So would you please introduce yourself?
My name is Strege. I am a firefighter. I work for the Hanford Fire Department for the last 22 years. I'm currently a captain.
And how old are you?
I'm 45.
Perfect. Did you graduate high school?
I did graduate high school. I actually graduated high school just barely, but I still graduated high school. I then went on to CBC and I got my fire science degree, which is a 2-year associate's degree. And then I got a 1-year certificate in paramedicine, which made me a paramedic.
Oh, super cool. Did you have to get any certifications before becoming a firefighter?
I had to become an EMT first, and then I had to get my fire science 1, my firefighter 1, which is a state certificate, before I became a volunteer with District 4, which is in West Richland.
Was this your original plan growing up?
No. When I got done with high school, my parents would attest that I had no plan. I was introduced to a firefighter by my dad, actually, who I would say inspired me to try it. So I became a volunteer, and one thing led to another. I really enjoyed it, and that's what I decided to do.
Perfect. And so can you tell me more about being a volunteer?
So being a volunteer, we were just responsible for responding when we could. You had to go to some training every week, but really it was just a community of volunteers that went on whatever we could. That's a kind of a hard one. That was 20-something years ago, so that's a tough one.
What are your least and most favorite things about your job?
So probably my most favorite thing is just helping people. It ties in with my least favorite thing. So if you're a firefighter, EMT, paramedic, first responder, you see people at their very lowest points in life. And so that is the least favorite, is to see it that way. But then the most favorite is when you can help them overcome those difficulties in their life.
Great way to put it. Do you mind sharing how much you make?
Yes. So firefighters in our area range probably from 100,000 to 150,000, I believe. I'm right in the middle there.
And would you say being a firefighter is worth it?
Yes, 100%. Definitely worth it. It's a career that you have a lot of camaraderie. You get to know a lot of people in the community. You feel like you're a service to the community, which is a nice thing. You get to be outdoors. You get to do different things all the time. It's never routine by any means. Every call is changing, constantly changing. If you like to be physically active, mentally active, and you like to see new things, the fire service is a definite good career.
Perfect. So now some of the questions from the kids. What's your opinion on fire?
So I actually, when I was a kid, I had a pretty good fascination with fire. I am not encouraging this at all, but I would go and I would just light matches and throw it into my toilet. So it's bad, right? For all the kids out there, don't do that. But I have always thought fire was interesting. Just the way it works and how it looks. I mean, I love going camping and just staring at the fire. So,
what kind of training did you have to go through to be a firefighter?
Oh, lots of training. So, physical training, a lot of education. So, the fire degrees were a lot of education on just the fire service, and then I went and got my firefighter 1, which was basics of firefighting, ladders, building construction, fire behavior, how to fight fire. It's actually more complicated than people might assume it is. There's a lot of science behind it. Then the paramedicine stuff was anatomy, physiology, and a lot of medical stuff, drug calculations, just treatment, interactions, different, things like diabetes and chest pain and heart attacks and those kind of things. So a lot of training.
How much gas do you put in your fire engine?
Depends on how much we travel, but a lot. A lot of gas goes into it. It's actually diesel most of the time, but a lot of diesel goes into those fire trucks.
And then how dangerous is it to save people's lives?
I would say that the modern fire department it's a lot safer than it used to be. We have SCBAs that protect us. We have very good equipment that protects us from the heat and the actual fire. It's still a very dangerous job, but it's as safe as we can make it. And then the techniques we use to fight fire now are a lot safer. So it's still dangerous, but it's a lot safer than it was.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to explain about your job? Any details?
It's a really, really rewarding career. It's not difficult to get started. If I was going to say to do it, I would become a volunteer first, get the experience of working with people, because not everybody fits into the fire service. That's not a career for everybody. Again, you do see people at their lowest moments in life, and sometimes people have a hard time moving on from that. Become a volunteer. I'm sure they have volunteers up where everybody lives. Get your EMT, just get the experience. And then after that, then it's just a matter of getting out there and getting testing and trying to find a job. But definitely worth it.
And then last question, do you have any advice for the students? Just any kind of advice.
When I was a kid, when I was their age, I did not think school was important. And as I've gotten older, I realized how important school is and how much school gives, how many opportunities open up when you go to school. A lot of new things that you never even thought would be possible open up when you get done with high school and you move on and you get an education. It doesn't seem like it now, but it will. It will when you get older, I promise.